So, you've been squatting for years, but instead of powerhouse legs, you have knees that complain and stalled progress. You might even be thinking about quitting squats for good. Before you do, you need to know about 3 hidden mistakes most guys over 40 make. These aren't just holding you back, they're risking serious injury and killing your muscle growth. Look, I'm here to give you the tools to train smarter. In this video, I'll break down these mistakes and show you exactly how to fix them so you can squat pain-free and build the strength you've been working for. Mistake number 1, and it's the most dangerous, squatting with an unstable spine. This means your lower back is rounding at the bottom, or you have a big, exaggerated arch. For guys over 40, this is a disaster waiting to happen. Your spinal discs can't tolerate that sloppy movement anymore. Each compromised rep grinds on your lumbar discs and leads to strains. It's also a huge power leak. An unbraced core means the force from your legs vanishes instead of driving the weight up. That's why your squat is stuck. You simply can't build strong legs on a foundation of sand. The fix is a proper brace. Before you drop down, breathe deep into your stomach, expanding 360 degrees around. Then, tighten your abs like you're taking a punch. This creates intra-abdominal pressure, making your torso a solid cylinder that protects your spine and transfers force. Hold that brace through the entire rep. Speaking of building a solid foundation, what you do in the kitchen is just as important as what you do in the gym. You can have a perfect brace, but if you're not fueling your body correctly, you're leaving muscle and strength on the table. That's why I created a free guide, my high-protein meal plan for men over 40. It's packed with simple, delicious meals designed to help you build muscle and recover faster. The link is right at the top of the description below. Grab it after this video. It's my gift to you for taking your training seriously. Next up, letting your knees cave in. This means your knees collapse inward when you squat down or push up. If you're over 40, this is a direct assault on your knee health, putting massive stress on ligaments and cartilage. If you already have some joint wear and tear, this movement is pouring gasoline on the fire. It's also a dead giveaway your glutes aren't firing. This forces your quads to overcompensate, limiting strength and leading to chronic knee pain. The fix is to actively drive your knees out, tracking them over your feet. A great way to learn this is with a light resistance band around your legs, just above the knees during warm-ups. The band forces you to activate your hip muscles. Think about spreading the floor apart with your feet. This cue protects your joints and unlocks your glute power. The final mistake is a misunderstanding of squat depth. This means either doing shallow half reps with too much weight, or dropping ass to grass with poor control, causing your back to round. Ego lifting with shallow squats kills your gains. Research consistently shows that deeper squats build significantly more muscle and strength than partial reps do. You should at least hit parallel, where your hips are in line with your knees. On the other hand, forcing depth you can't control causes your pelvis to tuck under, a problem called butt wink, which puts your lower back in danger. The solution isn't just go deeper, it's to train in a controlled range of motion that you own. For most, the sweet spot is getting the hip crease just below the knee while keeping a straight back. If you can't, the weight is too heavy. A game changer is the box squat. Set a box to the correct depth, squat until you gently touch it, pause while staying tight, and drive up. It's the perfect way to learn what controlled depth feels like. Alright, let's recap. 1. Brace your core. 2. Drive your knees out. And 3. Own your depth by squatting as deep as you can with perfect form. Stop letting these common mistakes steal your progress. It's time to train with intention and build the kind of bulletproof strength that will serve you for decades. If this helped clear things up, then that's very good. And I guess you enjoyed watching this video up to this point. And be sure to check out our other video on the single best exercise for rebuilding lost muscle. Thanks for watching. Take care and God should bless you.
Say, if we got mad over you, they wanna buy you with paper. Say what? You never was, eh? Everybody gonna sing what? Looking for love in all the wrong places. I wanna see you sing right there. Come on, come on. Everybody gonna say, baby, I'm ready. Even if you roll, I'll pass you the later. Even if it breaks your ha.
If you're a man over 40 who squats, this video could seriously save you from years of aches and pains. You probably think you know how to squat. After all, you've been doing it for years. But here's the thing. The rules of the game change as we get older. What worked for you in your 20s can get you seriously hurt in your 40s. The days of ego lifting are behind us. Now, it's all about building bulletproof strength that lasts. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 7 biggest squat mistakes holding you back, and more importantly, show you exactly how to fix them for pain-free strength that will serve you for decades. Alright, let's start with the most common mistake. Prioritizing the number on the barbell over everything else. After 40, our joints and connective tissues just can't take the same beating they used to. Piling on plates with shaky form puts a ton of unnecessary strain on your knees and lower back, paving the way for chronic pain or a major injury. The fix? It's simple. We need to shift from ego lifting to smart lifting. Drop the weight to something you can manage for 6-10 perfectly controlled reps. The goal isn't a 1-rep max anymore. It's about stimulating your muscles with control and quality time under tension. The second mistake is just plain sloppy form, especially rounding your back or letting your knees collapse inward. A rounded back puts dangerous pressure on your lumbar spine, a problem that only gets worse with age. And when your knees cave in, you're putting massive stress on the ligaments and cartilage, which is the last thing you want if you've already got some joint wear and tear. The solution here is to lock in your form. Keep your spine neutral and actively drive your knees out. Before you even think about going down, brace your core like you're about to take a punch. Keep that chest up and look straight ahead. As you squat, imagine you're trying to spread the floor apart with your feet. This keeps your knees tracking safely over your toes, protects your joints, and actually makes you stronger. Jumping straight into a squat session cold is a one-way ticket to injury. As we age, our joints get stiffer and our muscles aren't as elastic. This makes a real warm-up completely non-negotiable. Without prepping your body for the movement, you are practically asking for a muscle strain or joint injury. The fix is to dedicate a solid 5 to 10 minutes to mobility work before you even unrack the bar. Focus on dynamic movements that get your hips, ankles, and spine ready for action. Think glute bridges to wake up your backside and ankle rockers to get more flexible. Trust me, this isn't wasted time. It's a critical investment in a good, safe workout. A lot of guys over 40 have glutes and core muscles that are, for lack of a better word, asleep. It's usually from years of sitting at a desk. When these crucial muscles don't fire the way they should during a squat, your body finds a way to get the weight up, usually by dumping the load onto your lower back and knees. Sound familiar? To fix this, you have to wake those muscles up. Add exercises like glute bridges and clamshells to your routine. Build a rock-solid core with planks and anti-rotation work. Doing a few of these activation exercises right before you squat ensures they're fired up and ready to do their job, leading to a much stronger and safer lift. Speaking of building a rock-solid foundation, fixing your form is only half the battle. The other half is what you're feeding your muscles to actually repair and grow stronger, which is even more critical after 40. That's why I put together a guide called High Protein Meal Plan for Men Over 40. It's packed with simple, easy-to-make meals designed to help you build muscle, keep your energy levels high, and get the most out of every single squat. It's the perfect companion to the smart training we're talking about today. And I've put the link for you in the description below this video. Now that we've covered how to fuel your body, let's get back to the mechanics of a perfect squat, starting from the ground up. You know those soft, cushioned running shoes you love? They are terrible for squatting. The squishy sole creates an unstable surface, making it feel like you're trying to squat on a mattress. It kills your ability to generate power from the ground and seriously increases your risk of rolling an ankle or losing balance. The solution is an easy one. Squat in shoes with a flat, non-compressible sole. A pair of classic Converse dedicated lifting shoes, or even just your socks, will give you a stable, solid base. This one change can immediately improve your balance and make your squat feel way more solid and secure. The sixth mistake is getting squat depth all wrong. This can go one of two ways, either doing shallow partial reps with way too much weight, or dropping into a super deep squat your mobility can't handle, causing your lower back to round at the bottom. Partial reps cheat you out of muscle and strength, while going too deep with bad form puts your spine in a really dangerous spot. The fix is to own the range of motion you can actually control. For most people, the sweet spot is where your hip crease drops just below your knee while keeping your back perfectly straight. A fantastic tool to master this is the box squat. Set a box to the right height, squat down until you gently touch it, pause for a second while staying tight, and then drive back up. Finally, you can't train like you're 25 and expect to recover like you're 25. It's a hard truth. As we get older, recovery takes longer. And if you ignore that, you're heading straight for overtraining and nagging overuse injuries. You have to build real rest into your schedule. Listen to your body. If you feel beaten down, taking an extra rest day is always smarter than pushing through and getting hurt. Make sleep, nutrition, and hydration a top priority. They are absolutely essential for muscle repair and keeping your joints healthy. So let's bring it all together. It's time to focus on form over weight. Always warm up. Build up that core and glutes. Get the right shoes, master your squat depth, and respect your body's need to recover. Stop letting these common mistakes rob you of your progress and your health. It's time to start training with intention and building the kind of strength that will keep you in the game for life. If this helped you out, feel free to drop any questions you have in the comments below. Now go build that lasting strength.
Say, if we got mad over you, they wanna buy you with paper. Say what? You never was, say. Everybody gonna sing what? Looking for love in all the wrong places. I wanna see you sing right there. Come on. Everybody gonna say, baby, I'm ready. Even if you roll, I'll pass you the later. Even if it breaks your heart.
Alright, let's be honest. You've been squatting for years, but instead of the powerhouse legs you're working for, what you've really got are aching knees and a frustrating plateau. Maybe you're even at the point where you're thinking, are squats even worth it anymore? Hold on. Before you throw in the towel, you need to know about a few common mistakes that almost every guy over 40 makes. These aren't just slowing your progress. They're putting you on the fast track to a serious injury that could take you out of the game for good. Today, we're going to break down exactly what those mistakes are and how to fix them. You'll learn how to squat safely, get stronger, and keep building that strength for years to come. The first mistake happens before you even look at the barbell. Rushing, or worse, completely skipping your warm-up. We get it. You're busy. You've only got an hour and you want to get to the main event. But for us guys over 40, that's a one-way ticket to injury. Our joints, muscles, and tendons just need a little more runway to get ready for the work ahead. Hitting a heavy squat with cold muscles is like trying to stretch a frozen rubber band. It's just begging to snap. The fix is simple, and it's non-negotiable. Dedicate a solid 10 minutes to a dynamic warm-up. This isn't about zoning out while holding a hamstring stretch. It's about movement. Think bodyweight squats to grease the groove, walking lunges to open up those hips, and maybe some ankle circles. This small-time investment doesn't just slash your injury risk, it actually makes you perform better when you're under the bar. Mistake number 2 is the form flaw I see more than any other. I call it the question mark squat. You know the one. Your back starts to round, your chest dips forward, and by the bottom of the rep, you look exactly like a human question mark. To make matters worse, your knees are probably caving in and your heels are lifting off the floor. This posture puts a ton of stress on your lower back and knees, 2 spots that don't forgive you like they used to. The fix here is all about focus and cues. First, pick a spot on the wall in front of you and stare at it. Don't look down. This will help keep your chest up and your spine straight. Next, actively think about pushing your knees out, not letting them buckle. And finally, imagine screwing your feet into the floor. Don't let those heels come up for anything. To tie it all together, Brace your core like you're about to take a punch to the gut. A tight, stable core is the best armor your back will ever have. Speaking of building a solid foundation, the armor you build in the gym is only as strong as the fuel you use to create it. For men over 40, getting enough protein to repair and build muscle is non-negotiable. But figuring that out can be a headache. That's why I created a completely free guide for you called the High Protein Meal Plan for Men Over 40. It takes all the guesswork out of your nutrition so you can focus on results. I've dropped a link to it in the description. Now let's talk about the third mistake that's killing your gains. The third mistake is letting your ego write checks your body can't cash. We've all been there. You feel good, so you slide an extra plate on the bar to chase a new PR. But for the man over 40, putting weight over form is a fool's game. Our recovery just isn't what it was at 25. One single, sloppy, heavy rep can cause an injury that benches you for weeks or even months, erasing all your hard-earned progress. The fix requires a mindset shift. Quality over quantity, always. A set of 8 perfect, controlled reps with 225 pounds is infinitely better than 3 ugly, grinding reps with 275. Nail your technique with a weight you can own before you even think about adding more. Remember, the goal here is longevity. We're training to be strong and capable for the rest of our lives, not just for one brag-worthy lift today. And the final mistake? Becoming a one-trick pony. This is the guy who only does heavy barbell back squats, week after week, year after year. Now, don't get me wrong, the back squat is the king for a reason. But relying on it exclusively can lead to pattern overload, hammering the same joints and tissues in the exact same way, over and over. This lack of variety is also great at hiding weaknesses in your stability. The fix is to start treating the squat as a category, not just one lift. Mix it up. Introduce goblet squats to help you stay upright. Try front squats to really challenge your quads and core. Work in single leg movements like split squats or lunges to build stability and fix any imbalances you have between your left and right side. By changing the stimulus, you don't just avoid overuse injuries. You build a more functional and truly bulletproof body. So there you have it, the 4 biggest squat mistakes that sideline men over 40. Rushing the warm-up, collapsing into a question mark, letting your ego take over, and only ever doing one type of squat. Fixing these isn't about giving up on this incredible exercise. It's about being smarter. It's about training for the long game, so you can keep getting stronger and squatting safely for decades to come. If this helped you out, that's good. Please check out our other videos like this one. The 3 squat mistakes every man over 40 needs to know, August 2025.
Say, you think I might over you, they wanna buy you with paper. Say what? You never was, say. Everybody gonna sing what? Looking for love in all the wrong places. I wanna see you sing right there. Come on. Everybody gonna say, baby, I'm ready. Even if you roll, I'll pass you the later. Even if it breaks your heart.
I used to think my squat was flawless, right up until a sudden sharp twinge in my back put me on the sidelines for weeks. Turns out, I was making a critical mistake, one that's shockingly common for guys over 40. It's an error that grinds away at your spinal discs and basically rolls out the red carpet for the exact kind of injury that takes you out of the gym and away from the life you want to live. Trust me, it's a hard lesson, and one you don't need to learn the hard way like I did. You've probably been squatting for years, but instead of building powerhouse legs, you're left with knees that constantly complain or a lower back that's always tight. Here's the thing. The problem isn't the squat itself. It's how we're squatting as our bodies change. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3 biggest squat mistakes that are setting you up for injury and show you how to fix them with a few simple tweaks. Let's build you a truly bulletproof squat that'll last for years to come. Alright, first up is the most dangerous mistake of them all. Letting your hips rise way faster than your chest. You know the moment. You're at the bottom of the squat. You start to drive up, but your butt shoots into the air first. and your whole torso pitches forward. This basically turns the last half of your squat into a good morning exercise, putting a ridiculous amount of shearing force directly onto your lower back. For men over 40, this is a total disaster waiting to happen. You're trying to build strong legs, but you're lifting on a foundation of quicksand. Your core isn't braced, all that power from your legs just leaks out, and your lumbar spine ends up taking the hit. This is exactly why your squat feels weak, and why your lower back is always the first thing to start screaming at you. The fix? You have to synchronize your hip and chest movement. Think of a steel rod connecting your hips to your shoulders. They have to rise at the same time. Before you even start to go down, take a big breath and brace your core like you're about to take a punch to the gut. A fantastic way to drill this is with the goblet squat. Holding a dumbbell or kettlebell at your chest naturally forces you to keep your torso upright, teaching your body to move as one solid piece. The second critical error is letting your knees cave inward, a problem known as knee valgus. As you squat down or push back up, you might see your knees trying to kiss each other. This is a direct assault on your knee health. It puts a ton of stress on the ligaments and cartilage, the very things that are supposed to protect your joints for the next few decades. Now, this isn't just some minor form breakdown, it's often a huge red flag that your glutes aren't firing on all cylinders. When your glutes don't do their job of stabilizing your hips, other smaller muscles in your joints get roped into doing work they weren't designed for, leading to chronic knee pain and instability. While other issues like ankle mobility can play a role, weak glutes are usually the main culprit. The solution is to actively drive your knees outward, making sure they track right over your toes through the entire lift. A powerful cue is to imagine you're trying to spread the floor apart with your feet as you stand up. If this is a stubborn problem for you, try warming up with a light resistance band just above your knees. The band gives you something to fight against, forcing your glutes to wake up and do their job. By the way, training smarter like this is only half the battle. To really build that strong, resilient body that will serve you well into your 50s and 60s, you have to fuel it properly. That's why I created the high-protein meal plan for men over 40 inches ebook. It's designed to give your body the fuel it needs to build muscle and recover faster without any guesswork. If you're serious about your results, I highly encourage you to check it out by clicking the link in the description below. And the third mistake that will absolutely sabotage your squat is letting your heels lift off the ground. The second your heels come up, your weight pitches forward onto your toes. Not only does this put a tremendous amount of pressure on your knee joints, but it also completely destabilizes the lift from the ground up. For many of us over 40, the real root of this problem is limited ankle mobility, specifically poor dorsiflexion. Tight calves and stiff Achilles tendons are incredibly common, and they stop your shins from traveling forward enough to keep your feet flat during a deep squat. Your body has to find a way to compensate, and lifting the heels is the easiest and most damaging way out. So, the fix is twofold. For a short-term solution, you can stick small weight plates under your heels. This gives you an artificial lift that lets you squat with better form while you work on the real problem. But the long-term, non-negotiable solution is to dedicate time to improving your ankle mobility. Regularly stretching your calves and doing ankle mobility drills is a must. The goal is to fix the limitation, not just put a Band-Aid on it. Keep your weight in the middle of your foot, and think about driving through your heels to light up your entire posterior chain. So, those are the 3 keys to a bulletproof squat after 40. First, make your hips and chest move as one solid unit. Second, actively drive your knees out over your feet to protect those joints. And third, keep your heels glued to the floor by working on your ankle mobility. Stop letting these common mistakes steal your gains and put you on the fast track to injury. Building strength after 40 isn't about ego lifting. It's about moving with precision and intelligence. It's time to build the kind of durable, bulletproof strength that'll keep you in the game for life. Let me know in the comments which of these 3 mistakes you've been battling with the most. And if you found this helpful, check out our other videos related to the same particular squat, smarter top mistakes men over 40 make, and how to fix them. Thanks for watching.
Say, if we got mad over you, they wanna buy you with paper. Say what? You never was, eh? Everybody gonna sing what? Looking for love in not the wrong places. I wanna see you sing right there. Come on, come on. Everybody gonna say, baby, I'm ready. Even if you roll, I'll pass you the later. Even if it breaks your heart.